If you've been waiting to find out exactly when your Social Security check is coming in October 2025, you're not alone. Millions of Americans rely on these monthly payments to cover essentials like groceries, utilities, and prescriptions. That's why understanding the official payment schedule and knowing about any changes that may affect the timing or amount is so important. Here's the truth: Social Security payments don't all arrive on the same day. The Social Security Administration spreads them out across the month, depending on your birthday and the type of benefits you receive. That means some people will see their money earlier in the month, while others will need to wait a little longer. For retirees, disability recipients, and survivors, even a few days' difference can matter when it comes to budgeting. For October 2025, the schedule is straightforward but worth paying close attention to. If your birthday falls between the 1st and the 10th, your payment will arrive on the second Wednesday of the month. If your birthday is between the 11th and 20th, your check will be deposited on the third Wednesday. And if your birthday falls between the 21st and the 31st, you'll receive your payment on the fourth Wednesday of October. Those who've been receiving benefits since before May 1997, or who get Supplemental Security Income SSI, follow a slightly different schedule, often at the very start of the month. These dates aren't random. They're designed to keep the system organized and to avoid overwhelming banks and the Social Security system all at once. But knowing exactly which Wednesday is yours gives you real peace of mind. It lets you plan ahead, whether that means setting aside money for bills, filling prescriptions on time, or simply having the reassurance that your benefits are on the way. In this update, we'll walk through the exact payment days for October 2025, clear up any confusion about overlapping payments, and share what you should look out for if you're expecting changes due to cost of living adjustments or other policy updates. So let's break it down together, because staying informed is the best way to make sure you get every dollar you've earned. Now let's dive deeper into the full October 2025 Social Security payment schedule so you know exactly what to expect and why it matters. When people think about Social Security, they usually think about the amount they're going to receive, but the timing of that deposit is just as important. After all, if your rent, mortgage, or utility bills are due on a certain date, you need to know whether your benefits will arrive before or after that. This is where the Social Security Administration's structured schedule really comes into play. For October 2025, the second Wednesday falls on October 8th, the third Wednesday is October 15th, and the fourth Wednesday is October 22nd. So if your birthday falls between the 1st and the 10th, you'll see your deposit on October 8th. If your birthday is between the 11th and the 20th, you'll be getting your money on October 15th. And for those with birthdays from the 21st to the 31st, your payment will land on October 22nd. That's the rhythm of the system, and once you understand it, it becomes a lot easier to plan your month around it. For those who have been receiving Social Security since before May of 1997, or for those who receive Supplemental Security Income, things look a little different. These groups follow their own schedules. SSI payments are generally made on the first day of the month, so for October 2025, that falls on Wednesday, October 1st. Retirees who started before May 1997 will usually see their payment on the 3rd of the month, which in this case is Friday, October 3rd. These separate dates are important because they prevent confusion and help ensure that not everyone is trying to access their money all at the same time. The Social Security Administration has been fine-tuning this system for decades, and while it might feel complicated at first glance, the structure is meant to create stability. Now, while knowing these exact dates is valuable, it's just one piece of the bigger picture. Many people also want to know whether their payment amounts will change. That's where cost of living adjustments, or COLAs, come into play. Each year, the government reviews inflation data to determine whether Social Security checks need to be increased to keep up with rising prices. While October itself is focused on payment scheduling, it's also the month when seniors start paying close attention to the COLA announcement, since those changes will kick in beginning January of the following year. In 2025, with inflation pressures still being watched closely, many are anticipating another adjustment. This doesn't affect the October schedule itself, but it absolutely impacts the sense of security people feel when planning ahead. And speaking of planning, one of the most common challenges seniors face is bridging the gap between one payment and the next. Even though Social Security is reliable in terms of timing, the fact that payments only arrive once a month means that budgeting becomes critical. If you receive your check on October 8th, For example, you'll need to make it last until November's second Wednesday, which is November 12th. That's more than 4 weeks apart. This is why knowing your exact October date matters so much. You can set a budget calendar that aligns with the actual rhythm of your income rather than just guessing or hoping the funds will arrive when you need them. Another key detail many people overlook is how banking holidays can affect the timing of deposits. Luckily, in October 2025, there are no major federal holidays that directly interfere with the Wednesday payment schedule. Columbus Day, which is observed on October 13th, falls on a Monday and does not disrupt the normal midweek deposits. However, it's still smart to check with your bank or credit union because sometimes processing times can vary slightly, especially with smaller institutions. In general, though, if your payment date is October 8th, 15th, or 22nd, you should expect your money to be available that same day without any hiccups. Of course, payment schedules are not the only thing seniors care about when it comes to Social Security. Another big question that comes up around this time of year is how Medicare premiums might affect take-home amounts. Because Medicare Part B premiums are deducted directly from most people's Social Security checks, any increases in those premiums effectively reduce the net payment you see deposited. This is why many seniors keep a close eye on government announcements in the fall. The October 2025 schedule tells you when the money is coming, but the broader context, like Medicare premiums and COLA adjustments, tells you how much will actually hit your account. It's also worth noting how important direct deposit has become in keeping this system running smoothly. While some people still receive paper checks, the vast majority of beneficiaries now have their payments sent directly to their bank accounts or onto their Direct Express debit cards. This change has drastically reduced lost or delayed checks and has made the entire process more reliable. So if you've been wondering whether switching to direct deposit is worth it, October is a great month to make sure you're set up before the new year begins. With direct deposit, you don't have to worry about a check being delayed in the mail, and your funds are available immediately on your scheduled date. Another issue many people face around this time is scams. Unfortunately, seniors are often targeted by fraudsters pretending to be from the Social Security Administration. They might claim there's a problem with your payment or that you need to verify personal information to receive your October check. The truth is, the SSA will never call or email you demanding sensitive information like your Social Security number or bank account details. The only official communications you'll receive will be mailed letters or notifications through your official online account. Staying informed about your real payment schedule, October 1st, 3rd, 8th, 15th, and 22nd, depending on your situation, helps you spot these scams immediately because you'll know exactly when to expect your money and won't be tricked by anyone saying otherwise. Now let's circle back to the bigger picture. For many seniors, Social Security isn't just about covering bills. It's about peace of mind. Knowing that your October payment is scheduled for a specific day helps you plan doctor's appointments, family visits, and even small luxuries like a weekend outing or a special meal. These checks aren't just financial, they're part of the rhythm of everyday life. And when you know your exact date, you're not left wondering or stressing. You can focus more on enjoying your time rather than worrying about whether your money will arrive on time. The October 2025 schedule also serves as a reminder of how connected Social Security is to the broader economy. Think about it. When millions of people receive their payments on the same day, there's an immediate ripple effect in local communities. Grocery stores, pharmacies, and utility companies all see increased activity. That's why the SSA carefully staggers the dates, so that not everyone is pulling their money and spending it on the same day. This organized flow keeps the system running smoothly not only for individuals, but for the economy as a whole. For those who might still be working part-time while collecting Social Security, October can also be a good time to review the income limits. If you earn above a certain threshold, part of your benefits could be withheld. The payment schedule won't change, but the amount you receive could be impacted. This is another reason why understanding both the timing and the rules of Social Security is so important. It's not just about a date on the calendar, it's about making sure you're maximizing what you've earned and avoiding any surprises. October is also a good month to review your My Social Security online account. This portal allows you to double-check your payment schedule, confirm your direct deposit details, and review your benefit statement. If you're someone who likes to stay on top of things, logging in at the start of October can give you peace of mind and ensure everything is accurate before your payment is sent. With technology making it easier than ever to manage benefits, it's worth taking advantage of these tools. When you think about it, Social Security isn't just a government program, it's a promise. A promise that after years of work and contribution, you'll have financial support in retirement or during times of need. The October 2025 payment schedule is one small reflection of that promise being kept. Every date, whether it's the 1st, 3rd, 8th, 15th, or 22nd, represents a moment when that promise becomes real. And by staying informed, you're taking an active role in making sure you benefit fully from what you've earned. So as we move through October 2025, keep your payment date in mind, stay alert for official updates, and remember that knowledge is power. Knowing when your check arrives allows you to plan with confidence, budget wisely, and avoid unnecessary stress. These aren't just dates on a calendar, they're lifelines for millions of Americans. And by understanding them clearly, you're giving yourself the best possible chance to make the most of every dollar you've worked so hard for.